February 6, 2024, 12:05 p.m. I woke up about 11:15, 11:30 between there today. I was sleeping between 4 and 5 a.m. and 11 something. This will be audio only for youtube.com/ at symbol IAMWADEHEINEMAN. Some indication about, quote, chats. I don't chat with anybody. It's all stage lies if somebody's claiming I'm chatting with them. I haven't even gone into the any cam model rooms the last 2 days. And when I go in there, it's not really chat because like 80% of the time I'll type something and they'll either, respond verbally or just without, it'd be like a nonverbal response, like a physical response. They'll do something and I'm not requesting anything. They'll react is what I'm saying, like to what I'm saying. And I'm never being graphic. So I'm not explaining anything graphically or requesting them to do anything. It's most of the time I'm just flirting, like it's called flirtforfree.com. And, truthfully flirting. The things I say to them are true. Um, and I'm a lot of times complimentary because I like them, but it's not really chat. Like maybe 20% of the time they'll type something back to what I said. And most of the time you can't see what I say. The public can't see what I say. Only the cam model can because I'm not logged in and, she can see it, but most of the public can't. Well, the public can't see it. The people that are controlling her can see it because they have access to her account. If they're controlling her or if they're, co-workers or whatever you want to call it. But all of them are required to be adults. I don't chat outside of that. So if you're I don't really consider that chat because there's a bunch of people in her room and she'll respond to them, plus respond to me, non-verbally most of the time. And if they do type it, it's something brief. Sometimes she'll whisper it to me or, whatever. But it's not like a one-on-one chat where I'm going back and forth. When they're typing in there, they're not typing to me generally, unless they're typing like a few words, just less than 10 words usually, a response to what I say because they're working in there and I'm not paying them. So at the same time they're working, I'm in there chatting with the kind of chatting with them. It's not really chat. It's not one-on-one chat, and I don't chat anywhere else other than on the free chat on flirtforfree.com. That's the only place. There's nowhere else on any app or anything else. It's all stage lies. And my sketches I came up with, those are my ideas. Those are sketches done on a app on a phone. I'm doing those on an app on a phone. So on a tiny screen, I'm using my big freaking 10.7-inch hands to articulate those things on a tiny phone screen. So that's why, the idea is there. You can see, the old man, worn out man turned out pretty well for that because I had three ideas going into it. Like I said, the worn out man, kind of looking like a monkey, and he's wearing a suit, and he's whatever his situation in life, he's feeling worn out, and it's for you to decide whether those are angel or demon wings. And there's also a large face that covers the entire screen. So for that, doing it on a pencil sketch app on my phone turned out pretty well. People are trying to judge like my IQ because of these, pencil sketch. These are done on a phone with my fingers. Huge fingers, by the way. So it's quite an accomplishment to get that done on a tiny phone with huge hands on a pencil sketch app that is very limited to begin with. Now, there's only like 10 colors or maybe 12 colors on the palette on there. So that's what I have to choose from. And the same thing with the refugee with the female. I envisioned a thin woman, like stretching up through the clouds. So that's what I was trying to portray there on a pencil sketch app on my phone with 10.7-inch hands. Those are all my ideas. Whoever's trying to, leech themselves onto my life and try and claim that those were their ideas. They're criminals. They're frauds, criminals, liars, thieves, cheats. Put them in that category. I'm a truth teller. So, people trying to judge me my IQ by the sketches I do on a pencil sketch app on my phone. Those are the themes of my art on there. And I haven't done art until now. The 3 sketches I've drawn for X.com on x.com/WADES2ND. But those are accomplished on a pencil sketch app on a phone. I haven't sketched them anywhere else. I haven't sketched them on paper, but those are copyrighted as soon. Those ideas are copyrighted as soon as they are put on my X account. So if anybody tries to copy my ideas, they are criminals, and I want them prosecuted as to the fullest extent of the law, because those could be valuable art items. At some point, if I develop them. If I'm able to develop them further. Those are the ideas. If anybody steals the ideas, they have stolen my art, which is theft. So I don't know who it would be, but again, don't judge my IQ by a pencil sketch app when I'm just trying to get the theme and the idea and the general sketch on a medium that I can get time date stamps so people don't steal it via surveillance out of my home. That's why I get it on there as soon as possible. So again, never any connection to any famous person. I don't have any digital connection to my body. If there is, it's nanotech, biotech that is done illegally and invasively and taking away the only sacred thing I have, which is my privacy, which is why they've been allowed to steal a lot of my intellectual property, because they have using this nanotech biotech surveillance program, which is torture. Because, like I said on my one X account, I'm the only person that has to deal with surveillance and harassment while I try and learn guitar for 2 years by myself. And then people try and claim that they're teaching me things about the guitar who I have no connection to. Absolutely none. I don't know who they are. I watch a lot of guitar videos, but I'm not really learning a lot about how to play the guitar from those, because I'm not learning it the normal way. I learn kind of like what their sounds are, but I'm not watching what their fingers do, really, in most cases. And I'm not trying to replicate what they do with their fingers. My fingers feel good doing things a certain way on my fretboard because I have 10.7-inch hands and they don't. Some of them have larger hands, and I can see that the patterns are somewhat similar when people have bigger hands like I do. Like Jimi Hendrix had huge hands, and I'm not saying I play like him. I will never be able to play like him, probably, but most people won't. Almost no one, pretty much nobody, has been able to play like him. So, but he had huge hands. There's some other guys I noticed have huge hands, and you can't articulate your hands as well if you have huge hands on the fretboard. And there are limitations you have when you have huge hands. There are limitations you have when you have small hands. So there are different ways people play and compensate for having large hands or small hands. So I don't know why people are trying to make judgments on my IQ again. If it's because of my pencil sketch drawings on a phone app with 10.7-inch hands, it's an accomplishment that I got the general artistic vision down. I do kind of have a style just by the 2 sketches you can see on my x.com/WADES2ND. The woman's body, thin body, stretching up into the clouds, and on my refugee and the old man in suit, you can see the 2 different. You can see there's a kind of a theme in the way my style is, but it's a pencil sketch app on a phone with 10.7-inch hands. Wade Heineman, 52 years old, green eyes, not blue, still half-mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, on V68. Again, I slept from about 4 or 5 a.m. to about 11:15 p.m. or a.m. today. Alone at home. I've had no sexual contact in 6+ years. Not shown any affinity for anyone in Iowa since my last girlfriend, March 2015. I not even met anyone in 6+ years, not had any sexual contact in 6+ years, and I've not had sex in longer than that. So whatever the lies, I'm still home by myself. It is just me here. I'm not chatting with anyone. I'm not communicating with anyone. Whatever I post on my 2X accounts, that's why I have to post so much to try and get the truth out because of all the stage lies. I've had no friendship since 2016, none. Um, so I'm not communicating with friends or there's no coworkers, there's no business partners. All that is lies. I don't have any, it's indicated that I made someone promises. No, there's no promises made to anyone. There was no I didn't do any New Year's resolutions for 5+ years. That's been indicated again. These are all lies. I am isolated by myself. That is, again, February 6th, 2024, Wade Heineman at home, half mile north Fairbank, Iowa, on V68, the mobile home. 52 years old. Brown hair on my head, not gray.